very convicted that I needed to broaden my circle of influence. So that's why I'm here. That's why I come here to try to be something in their lives. I found out about the rescue mission over the summer. Tony, the executive director, came and spoke at church. And while he was talking, he mentioned GED in his talk. I assumed that they had a program going on here. A couple of days later, I drove a bus with the Ridewell cyclists, brought him over here to the rescue mission. And while we were fixing lunch and working, spending a day working here, I sat down with Tony and asked him a few questions about the GED program, only to find out they didn't have one. Told me that they didn't have one, but that they had a guy who wanted to get his GED and that I should meet him. And James's first words to me were, I've been praying for 2 months for somebody to come and help me learn and get my GED. I told him I'd buy the book and I'd read it and we'd figure it out together. And so that's what we've been doing.
She come once a week, take time out once a week, during the school week and help me, with my GED studies. Right now we're doing English, the English part, so then we're gonna see how smart I am.
I'm not the best teacher, but so far I'm the one James has. I showed up one week and he just looked terrible. Come to find out, he had broken a tooth and he'd gone across the street to the free clinic and asked about getting it fixed, and they said they could fix it, but it would be December before they could fix it. Well, I know if you've had a broken tooth, you don't want to go 3 or 4 months with a broken tooth. So when we got in the car, I told my friend Karen, we got to do something. And fortunately, Grace has a lot of dads who are dentists and doctors. So Karen made a call and called one of our Grace dads, who's a dentist, and we just asked him, would he look at it, would he take care of it for free? And he said yes, and he took James the next day and fixed it. James said he knew God loved him because he had a need and he didn't know how he was going to get it fixed. Every time we would work for an hour, he'd have a headache. Finally figured out James couldn't see very well. I don't know that he could read the big E on the reading chart. So once again, we contacted a Grace dad who's an eye doctor. And the original agreement was that this Grace dad would do the eye exam for free and then we'd figure out a way to pay for his glasses. So James went and got his eye exam, and this Grace dad threw in the glasses for free. And once again, James said, I know God loves me because I have these needs and I can't take care of them, but y'all keep taking care of them. The only reason I'm here is because James prayed. And James and I have talked about this. James prayed for 2 months. And if you draw a line from the rescue mission to my house, there are a lot of teachers in between those 2 points. But God had been working on me for a while. I can sit at home and complain that the economy's fallen in the hole. What am I going to do about it? I could just sit, but instead, one thing that's going to help James work well in this economy is to get his GED. I became very convicted that I needed to broaden my circle of influence. And so that's why I'm here. That's why I come here, try to be something in their lives.